I was in London and I'd come out of a coffee shop and I was going down to get the bus because I'd got a meeting to get to. A man come round the corner and he just got himself right in front of me and right up to my face, and he was being abusive to me. He then went behind me and he was shouting and being extremely aggressive, and he was saying things like, well, you can damn well walk, and he was using more profanities than that, but he was saying, you can walk, get out of that chair. And I actually found myself sitting there thinking, he's going to hit me in a minute, and I was waiting for the blow to land. I was very, very shaken up by what he was doing, and I was very afraid at that point, and I was afraid for my own safety. It made me feel extremely exposed. It made me feel guilty for being who I am. He was abusing me because I was disabled, and that's something I can't change.
Working in partnership with our communities, they should feel confident in reporting hate crime to the police. If you do not report it, then we as the police cannot do anything about it. Together, we make it clear that hate crime will never be tolerated in our communities.
I was encouraged to report it, and I did report it, but when I did, the support that I was given to talk through what had happened was really useful, and it did help me to go through the process.
Hate crime can be a terrifying experience because you've been targeted just because of who you are. Nobody should have to suffer these crimes. It's only right that we work with our communities, continually engaging, so together we can support each other when people are victims of hate crime.
So victims of verbal abuse may just accept it or think it's not important enough to report. We know that verbal abuse could be the start of an even more serious hate crime. There's a lot of support out there for victims now, such as victim support services.
We're commissioned by the Police and Crime Commissioner, Matthew Scott, to work with people who have been victims of all types of crime. The services that we offer are really tailored to meet the needs of the individual victim. It can be practical in nature, it can be emotional support as well. Sometimes actually people just want a quick phone call, maybe if it's just a 10 or 15-minute phone call to discuss the experience of crime, and if that's all that they want, that's just fine for us. Some people do need longer term support as well, if they feel that the incidence of crime has had a deeper impact on their life. So we can either work with people by telephone, we can do face-to-face support as well within their community. One of the new things that we have starting this year is a hate crime advocate role, which has been commissioned by the Police and Crime Commissioner. And what we're going to be doing is focusing on victims of hate crime to support them to recover from their experience of victimisation, but also to support them through the criminal justice system so that they get the kind of outcome that they want.